Good morning to everybody. Today we are going to learn something about the two distinctive geographical areas on the world, that are tropical and subtropical areas, by taking examples of one, the Brahmaputra, Ganga Brahmaputra plain area, as well as Amazon rainforest area. Okay, dear children, you are witnessing that there are so many thousands of people, lakhs of people living, crores of people living in different parts of the world. Although there are some areas which are occupied by people in more number and some areas less in number, depend upon the different topographical as well as climatical conditions. See, there are some deserts and cold areas which are having less population, whereas the plains are having more populations. Even the dense forests are also having less populations. So, in this lesson, what we are going to do is, we are taking examples of tropical and subtropical regions, or representing these two different areas, regions. So, first we will start studying Amazon basin. So, first what we are going to do is location, where it is, we will see. Location. So, as you know that this Amazon basin lies on the equatorial region. Where equatorial region comes? It is exactly middle part of the earth's surface. So, Amazon basin lies in the South American continent, and that also in the northern part of the South American continent, that is in this northern part of Brazil, Peru, Ecuador and southern part of Venezuela. Here in this part, this river basin lies. So, this is called as equatorial region because it is there on the earth's surface, on the equator. So, this region comes in this middle part of the earth, where from 0 to 10 degree north and 0 to 10 degree south. So, this is known as the equatorial region. So, in the South America, this Amazon basin is there. So, we are going to study first about Amazon basin. So, Amazon river taking birth in western part. It is taking birth in the western part and again starts flowing towards the east, where it joins the Atlantic Ocean. So, in this we are going to see the map of the South America, where river Amazon taking birth in the west and flowing towards the east, joining the Atlantic Ocean. In this course, there are thousands of rivers joining Amazon river. So, these rivers are tributaries. What do you mean by tributaries? Tributaries are the rivers. These are joining the main river. So, here main river is the Amazon. So, there are hundreds of rivers joining this Amazon river and thereby making the world's largest river. Amazon is the world's larger river system. So, it discharges lot of amount of water yearly to the Atlantic Ocean. Then we will study about the climate of this place. Climate of this place is hot and humid. Why? Because it lies on the equatorial region that we already studied. So, why hot and humid? It's because, as we know that the sun rays are falling vertically over this region and thereby making very hot region. So due to heat, what happens? The humidity is also increasing due to high rainfall. So almost all every day here rain falls. That's why day temperatures as well as night also temperature are high. Sometimes even though night temperature is falling down, but humidity may not. So high humidity is also found in this region. So this is about the climate of this place. Then we will study about the rainforest. Here what we see are the rainforests. These are also called as the tropical evergreen forest. These are also called as tropical evergreen forest. So what do you mean by evergreen forest? Here trees never shed leaves in a particular season. So almost all throughout the year the forests are found green. So it means they never shed their leaves at a time. So that's why they look always green. So that's why these are called as evergreen forest. So here thick forest found and trees are growing very high, and because of this reason they develop canopy. So that's why the sun rays never falls over the ground. So because of this reason what happens? The sun rays when not reaching the ground, so naturally again there are no big plants are growing. So shadow, the plants which are growing in the shadow, that only grow here, like orchids and bromeliads. So here these plants are growing. These are called as shade tolerant vegetation. And so here animals are of different species found, very special to this region. So what we are going to see is bromeliads and orchids special to this region. So here rich animal species, lot of animal species are found, and birds such as toucans, hummingbirds are found in this area. Regarding the hummingbird, as you know that this hummingbird is world's smallest bird which exists here. Animals like monkeys, sloth and ant-eating tabbies are found here. That is also special species, some of the special species. Various species of reptile snakes also thrive in these jungles. Crocodiles, snakes, pythons, ravens, anaconda and boa constrictor are some of the species found here. Several species of insects are also found. We are having some pictures. Okay, next what we are going to study about the people of this region. Here people in the forest region, they are practicing slash and burn agriculture. Slash and burn agriculture. This is also called as shifting agriculture. What it means here is the people here in this forest region clearing patch of land and growing crops for few years. How they are clearing? They are what the small trees and some plants are growing there. They are cutting down and burning there. And after clearing, they are growing crops for few years. And after few years, when the fertility naturally it goes, so that's why they are leaving that patch of land and they are moving to the next land. But after few years, again they are coming back to the same area where they were cultivated earlier. So this is known as the shifting agriculture or slash and burn agriculture. Here they are growing few crops like tapioca, pineapple and sweet potato. Their staple food is manioc or cassava, and at the same time they are people of this region also growing some cash crops like coffee, maize and cocoa. And as you know that coffee is grown on large scale in Brazil. Brazil is the world's leading producer of coffee and they are exporting to the entire world. So naturally when the rainforest is there, so people are getting wood for construction of the house, special kind of house. And but because of this dense forest, in olden days people were unable to go inside the forest area because thick forest as well as wild animals, people were not so easily going inside the forest area. But in the 1970s, what happened? Trans-Amazon Highway were built by the Brazil government. Then people were started going inside the forest area. Then most part of the forest now is accessible. Then other developmental activities. So because of this transportation by road and even by sometimes aircrafts and helicopters, people now moving easily inside the forest, and some other developmental activities are also going on, and because of this reason the forests are destroyed. So either by cutting or forest fires, and due to this reason the area of the forest is coming down year by year. What is the problem is that this Amazon basin is known as the world's lungs because of the large forest area, and it's because of this reason scientists will consider this region as the world's lungs. But nowadays what is happening there, due to this destruction of the forest, now the environmental problems are occurring. So in coming days it will be very big problem. And this destruction is also causing the top soil washing away due to rain. When it opens to the rainfall, when you are cutting down the forest and rainfall occurs, naturally the top smooth soil is going away with the rainwater, and that area become now not so fit for the agriculture. It become barren land. So naturally land is also be degrading. So because of this developmental activities, nowadays this Amazon basin is facing lot of problems. So this is about the Amazon basin. Now we studied about the tropical rainforest area. Now we are switching over to the Ganga Brahmaputra basin, where it is there in Asia and in the subtropical region. So first we will study about the location. So Ganga and Brahmaputra, these two rivers forming this basin. So Ganga from the west flowing towards the east and joining the Bay of Bengal, whereas the Brahmaputra is coming from east and coming and joining the Ganga, and both are joining the Bay of Bengal. So here the northern mountains and the plain area. So these are, and the delta region of the Ganga, Brahmaputra and Bengal, West Bengal and Bangladesh. So these are the features of this basin. So as I told that mountainous region are there, and from these mountains what the rivers are flowing, these are perennial rivers. What do you mean by perennial river? Perennial river means the river which flows throughout the year. So perennial rivers draining, and not only these two rivers, the tributaries of these rivers are also making this part of the basin. This one lies in between 10° northern to 30° northern latitude, 10° north latitude to 30° northern latitude. So this I told that about tributaries like Ghagra, Gandak, Kosi, Son and Chambal. These are the rivers tributaries joining the rivers Ganga river and forming the basin. So then climate of this region. So this is one of the subtropical area, and moreover this area prevails the monsoon climate. Here we are going to find the monsoon climate, where in the monsoon region what happens, the yearly reversal of wind makes lot of rainfall. So this is the monsoon feature of the monsoon. So part of the year what happens here, monsoon brings lot of rainfalls to this area. Actually here in this part, the western and eastern part of India receiving more rainfall, and how that winds moving inside the India, so rainfall reduces. So rainfall occurs from mid-June to mid-September. Rainfall occurs from mid-June to mid-September. So people are growing various crops. So summers are very hot and winters are very cold. Summers are very hot and winters are very much cold. So soil is fertile because this is plain area. This is Ganga Brahmaputra, world famous plain area. So wherever we find plain, so naturally soil is very fertile. So that's why the fertile soil makes agriculture very nice. So people are growing various type of crops. Agriculture is the main occupation. So crops like paddy, wheat, maize, sorghum, gram, millets, sugarcane and jute are going to be grown here. So paddy and wheat are abundantly grown in this region, and plantation crops like banana and tea is also grown in this region. So as you know that Assam is very much famous for tea plantation. Assam, the hilly slopey area in the Assam is famous for growing tea plantation. In this picture we are having the paddy cultivation and terrace farming. In the slopey areas of the hills we are having terrace farming. So silkworm is rearing in Bihar and Assam, and silk industry is also famous there. So next one is forest areas, West Asia. Ganga Brahmaputra plain is having some forest areas, and especially tropical deciduous trees are growing here in this basin, Ganga basin, and the trees like teak, sal and people are growing in this uh, forest, tropical deciduous forest. Bamboo groves are growing there in the Assam and Arunachal Pradesh in Brahmaputra plain area. So this is area where we are having typical examples of some deciduous forest, and coniferous forests are found in Sikkim and surrounding region, Arunachal Pradesh. So here in coniferous forest, trees like pine, fir, deodar are grown. Climate is cool and slopes are steep. So in this region, coniferous trees are growing. So next, what we are going to study is about the wildlife.
Start.
So wildlife is also rich here in this part. There is a wide variety of wildlife in the basin. For example, elephants, tigers, deer, monkeys are common. The one-horned rhinoceros is found in the Brahmaputra plain, Asiatic rhinoceros, which is famous species. Crocodiles, alligators are also found in this region. And at the same time, in the delta region, the Bengal tiger and crocodiles are found. And aquatic life also runs in this area, in fresh water, lake, etc. So wildlife is very much rich here, and this area is having some big cities. Ganga plain is having some big cities like Allahabad, Kanpur, Lucknow, Patna, Kolkata, etc. So what is the problem is that these are almost all these cities are having more than 10 lakh of population, and almost every year that are releasing lot of amount of urban wastage to these rivers. So these rivers are polluting on a large scale, and due to this pollution, aquatic life is very much affected, as well as the environment. So water pollution is occurring, and this is creating lot of problem over this region. So pollution from the urban centers and industries, even these are causing lot of problems to this area. The developmental activities are also causing lot of problems to this area. Development activities like construction of industries, road constructions, cutting the forest areas, pollution, all these causing lot of problem to this area. So here the developmental activities are of construction of roadways, railways, and even development of waterways is also there. So this leads to, again, as it is a plain area, that is why we are having high density of population. Population is very high in the plain area, and that is the one main reason for pollution. Now, the other important thing is that tourism is well developed in this region. Tourist places like Agra, Allahabad and Lucknow, and some wildlife sanctuaries like Kaziranga in Assam, and some distinct tribal people there in Arunachal Pradesh. So these are some of the worth visiting places in this region. So this is about the Ganga Brahmaputra plain. Now we are going to have some glimpses of what we learned. So summary of the facts what we learned. Conclusion. So Amazon is the world's largest river system. It is a typical example of the rainforest. So evergreen forests are found. High temperature and high humidity is the common feature characteristic of this region. Shifting agriculture is practicing. So forests have been cleared, high trees and wide variety of wildlife both on territorial land and water is found. Gradual cleaning of the forest and developmental activities leads to variety of environmental problems. That is why I already told that this is lungs of the world, and if something goes wrong with this forest, so we are going to face lot of problems. The next thing is the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. It is typical example of the subtropical region. The region is one of the most fertile part of the world because plain area, river plain area. Population is very high. High population is found. Natural vegetation and animal life is very rich. The forest provide many forest products. Again here also some of the developmental activities which are causing environmental pollution, and due to that reason people are suffering. So by this we are coming to end of this lesson. Thank you. Thank you.